Hey, Good Fox here. Today we're at a review of Luke Kuechly's middle linebacker card from the MUT Heroes promo. His superpower is play rec, and I mean, you could choose many stats to be a superhero because they're all high 90s. Look at that. Just across the board, nothing but 90s, except for, of course, the most important thing on the field in Madden, speed. Now, there's three things a middle linebacker needs to do for you. They need to user, they need to play coverage on the CPU, or play the run as a CPU. And I mean, the users both against the run and the pass. So Kuechly, I think, is the ideal 3-4 off-user middle linebacker. I mean, it's easy to see with the way his play rec, his zone coverage. I mean, and here's the thing, like, the zone coverage, it's not 91, but you can get it there with either a Tyrann Mathieu or a tier 3 read and react. So he's got the double chems on him, so you get the high block shedding. Of course, those stats you saw on the screen was chemmed out at tier 5 block shedding. His hit power and tackling isn't that high naturally, but anyways, you can get up to 99 there at that tackling, and I don't have secure tackler on him, and a lot of people think that's a problem. So because I went to the MUT Heroes squad, I had secure tackler off. And right there you see him using, not able to keep it the wide receiver. I had secure tackler, so I had to turn aggressive off because secure tackler just doesn't, with aggressive on, I feel like they have too many broken tackles. Kuechly, I didn't see any broken tackles this weekend without secure tacklers, so that wasn't an issue. Now, you've seen a few plays in coverage here, a few plays of me usering. That was a bad user again. You're going to see a lot of that during this clips. But basically, in my 4-3 scheme, I either play cover 2 and throw deep in a Luke, or Luke in a deep blue, as I say words backwards, but it's okay. It's a backwards day. So everybody turn your clothes around and let's make like, I don't know, kid and play. So, Kuechly. Now, going through more of the usering aspect of him, with the 88 speed at 6'3". Now, 6'3" is obviously amazing. He can get some nice lurks over the top. The problem is, like, it didn't feel like he was Anthony Barr with the way, the ability to really shock people with his lurk skills from the line of scrimmage. There, another wide receiver just outruns him. That's going to happen a lot to guys, except for like the Shaz. The Shaz here can run with guys, but Kuechly, non-CPU. Oh, I didn't talk about his jumping when the using. 92 jump, it is solid enough, but like for some reason I didn't feel like I had the Barr jumps. Like, would Barr have got that one? I'm not sure. Kelvin may have got it. I don't know. Anyways, off the user, as a CPU linebacker, absolutely amazing player. Just a stud of a card. The play rec, he still has issues kind of getting to the sideline. That he kind of got blocked, but he got off it fast. But overall, like, he's always seems to have a nose for the ball. He doesn't get blocked too long as a CPU player. I won't say my defensive struggles is with him as a CPU player. You'll see he just got faked out like that. There he's going downhill, filling his gap nicely, going straight at that ball carrier. Maybe he takes a second longer than maybe a traditional, like a real-life NFL linebacker would read a run. Like, they'll still have issues reading counters, and sometimes some stretch plays I know are confusing for them too. It's kind of weird, but there he is getting low-balled, so he's not going to do anything, even with the 91 zone coverage on the card, because I do have him with the Tyrann Mathieu. He still will get beat, throw on breaks, of course, our 91 zone issues. But overall, like, I didn't have looking at the game tape, like, when I was playing the game, I'm like, oh, Kuechly, whatever, too slow to play the game for me. But then looking back at the tape here, this is why I like when people ask me during streams, hey, what do you think of this player? I was like, I don't know what to say, because the feeling that I get, because there's 11 guys, a lot of things going on at once, it's hard to kind of judge. But once you look at the game tape, like right there, that was something I was pissed at him for not picking off, but then he went and made the play and knocked the ball out of the guy's hand anyway. So like, okay, great, Kuechly, nice work. But looking at the game tape and watching Kuechly, so like over the weekend, I was like, he's been okay. So to get back to this point, but watching the game tape, like, he's all over. Like, he's making a lot of plays all over the field for me. I was pleasantly surprised with how well this card went over the field. Now you're gonna ask yourself, are you gonna go back to this Kuechly card? I will not. So the issue with Kuechly, like I said in my 4-3, is that he's got to be usered a lot of the time. An 88 speed for me doesn't really cut it as a user. I'll go back to Lanier. 91 speed is fine. It's obviously not Barr. I'm going to put Barr at my outside linebacker spot and use him when I don't have the middle linebacker in a deep zone. But Kuechly himself, I don't think you'll be like pissed off using him. You're just gonna suffer, because a lot of the Madden right now is crossing routes and those kind of speedy routes to the fast receivers like the John Ross, the Cooks that came out, so on and so forth. I feel like his hit power should have been able to knock that out, but it just wasn't the greatest animation for us. The playmakers themselves, you guys know how I feel about playmakers and how I think they're kind of overpowered. There he is. So forcing fumbles, I think he forced 2 fumbles for me this weekend. I think you guys saw one already. I don't know if I clipped the other one. I played, what, how many games did I play this weekend? 20 with Kuechly since I picked him up. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Like I said, let's talk through his traits here quick. Yes, clutch. Yes, high motor. His D-line moves are terrible. He's got no to all of them. Big hitter, but those don't really matter. Big hitter, yes. Strips ball, yes. And talking about D-line moves and blitzing, so you're gonna see me. I do run a lot of linebacker blitzes and whatnot. He doesn't have. He's not Ray Lewis back there, but he's got high 80s. I think it's like 89 power move. So pretty good stuff across the board for that. Pursuit 95. Man coverage 80. Don't put this guy in man coverage unless you want to give up a completion. Nice hit stick. God dang, that's beautiful. 99. But like I said, I'm going back to Lanier. I think I think Shaz might even be better at a 4.3 than this Kuechly, if you of course can get him up to that speed or get him up to the zone coverage. But there's Kuechly. Oh, I don't know why a user. I can't. For some reason, I'm having trouble getting off blocks as a user. That's not really necessarily just Kuechly at that point. Here he is. Cover 2 beaters still work even with his 91 zone. He's not able to get back there quick enough. If they motion across into that cover 2 post route beater, he'll get beat there. I was also beaten. I don't have the clip here in the game of him just on a straight street from John Ross. Will also beat you deep with Kuechly there. So that's out of 10. I really actually like this Kuechly quite a bit. 9.7. Thanks for watching. Call to action. Also, don't power him up. I'll see you tomorrow.